Yeah, let's get started here on this morning analysis. It's Wednesday, guys. Good morning. Yep, good morning, guys. Start here every morning by looking at Mr. Forex Factory or whatever economic news you like to follow. As we know, it is Wednesday, guys. It is Wednesday, and what's that mean for us? We are crude traders, so that means we have crude inventory numbers. So crude inventory numbers comes out an hour after the market opens every Wednesday, unless it's a holiday. That's very important. As you see, not ADP non-farm payrolls or unemployment. Sorry, non-farm unemployment change came out earlier this morning. It had a little impact on the market. We had a little bit of a drop in the market there, but nothing really that's been sustained. So it was really just not a lot. So I mean that was pre-market, so it didn't have any real impact on me. What is going to impact us is crude. We want to definitely know how to trade crude. Probably be sitting on our hands anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes before that announcement on through it for a couple minutes after. Crude gets a little bit slow right before the numbers. So getting into a position, 15, 20 minutes before could be a little strain on our emotions or nerves because it tends to not move all that much. So an hour after the open, we have crude inventory numbers, and then you see the big ones down here. Mr. Bernanke's on the microphone. This always tends to put a kink in our day. Every time that dude gets on the microphone, the markets are a little bit wacky that particular day. Even though he doesn't come on till well into the afternoon, right before the close of the market, there will be a little bit of a slow, maybe pause, maybe I don't know what the word is, type of a day. Maybe some things aren't going to follow through as much. We got to see. Let's be well aware of how the market's reacting, whether we're getting good follow through on our positions, or is this thing just kind of just getting lackadaisical? We want to figure that out real early this morning and be able to take advantage of that. If we have to take smaller targets, that's just what we'll do. But we'll know real early on whether or not this market is going to be impacted in the morning session because of this afternoon's announcement. But if not, we will proceed like normal, but definitely be aware, especially if you are continuing to trade into the afternoon. So, crude oil inventories, guys, is our big one right now for this morning. That comes out in about an hour and 20 minutes, an hour after the open. Yep, set your alarms. Yes, sir, man. Set them alarms. All right, let's get rid of that, and we'll drag over our anchor charts here. Drag over some anchor charts here. I want to start with the S&P today, guys. Let's start here with the S&P. As we've been talking about for quite some time, I'm just going to reiterate a pattern that's been going on every single day. And it's kicking the tail off of retail traders. I know I'm getting emails every single day. Not that members in here are not doing well. The members in here are understanding because you and I, we're very conservative. We like to sit on our hands. We're very understanding of momentum and using whenever markets aren't reacting the way we want them, we'll hone in on a smaller time frame, like I've been stressing for the last couple of days, and just use minor price structure, and we'll take them little bitty moves and then breaks, as they occur. But individuals who are not members in the room, I still get emails on a regular basis, and there are always all kinds of questions, and I'm just telling them you got to be aware of the market conditions. They're seeing a push in the market just in time for them to get in, and then whoop, they get sucked right out of it. And then they're like, all right, momentum's the other way, and they get sucked right out of it. Just be aware of what's been going on. Let's just go back to the previous Monday. Let's go back a week and a half till Monday last week. You see the open of the market. How'd it happen? Down and then brought right back up. Okay, very, very testy market. Let's go to Tuesday. Started off with a nice big run and then whoop, sold back off. Let's go to Wednesday. The market opened up right here. And a nice push up and then whoop, sold right back off. Let's go right here. Here is Thursday. Big run up, you think we're breaking price structure, and then whoop, right back down, just in time to go whoop, right back into the close, guys. Very, very whippy, tough market. Here we go. We're opening up right here on Friday. Friday does absolutely nothing. Chops. Then we get a big gap down for Sunday. Awesome, right? Monday morning opens up way down here. We get a big old thrust to the upside. Think we're going to fill that gap, and then whoop. No, thank you. Here we go back to the downside. Do you see a pattern going on here, guys? Look at Tuesday. Yesterday, guys, we opened up right here. We had that big run up in the morning, and just enough to sell off and then get people like, man, what's going on here? And then whoop, right back to the upside. And look what's happened in this overnight session, guys. Big sell off. Now, if you're going to say this isn't tough, I mean, this is very tough for individuals who are looking to take smaller positions, maybe hold on for an hour or a couple hours. This is a very, very difficult time for anybody looking to hold for any length of time, being an intraday trader. Now, if you're a swing trader, stuff like that, you can manage it. Or if you're a micro trader, like we've moved on to being these last couple of days, we're taking advantage of these micro moves rather than these longer moves, because you cannot do it. If you're looking to hold a position for an hour or two, you're going to get killed in this market. So I'm just trying to say, be aware of the market that's trading right now. This is very, very testy. It's testing a lot of individuals' patience. Retail traders I know are getting stopped left and right just in time for them to see the market start to move. Whoop, something will happen and it'll suck it right back to the other direction. So the plan for the last couple of weeks has been, let's hone in on these smaller time frames. Here on the S&P, I'm using a 512 tick, and on the crude market, we've been using a 233 tick. And let's use these smaller time frames and wait for these major price levels. Look here. Previous day's low. You see it marked up there with that red line? Previous day's lows, you see this is held not once, not twice, but this is the third time it's held and bounced. So let's use a smaller time frame and wait for price structure break, and we'll continue in that bounce off these moves. Very, very high percentage setups, high percentage strategy, but we got to be aware of what we're actually doing. We're not going for any 5 or 6 tick mover in the S&P. We're looking for like 2 ticks now. If we get 3, then we should feel very good. So just understand that things are just getting a little bit smaller, a little bit actually less risk, less reward type of trades, but definitely understanding the nature of what's going on. So right now you see we are getting a little bounce off of previous support, getting a little pop here. You see a nice big accumulation bar, any type of pop to the upside, and we're looking for follow through, such as something like this. This is an S&P chart on a 512 tick. This is what I'm talking about. You have this market pushing down real nicely. You can tell we're obviously trending down. Put in a nice little double here, and then you had a little sell off, and then a nice little pop there off of that support that we're talking about. This is that support or previous day's low. Okay, previous day's low. And this is what I'm trying to talk about is wait for them bounces off of them major price levels, wait for a break of price structure, and then take them pullbacks on a smaller time frame. And be aware that you're not going to get this big 5-6 ticker. Just look for a couple points up here. Nice little pop, look for a couple points. Minimal, at least you're getting free trades, guys. We're getting these small bounces, at least getting free trades so we can drag our stop start entries and just minimize some risk, just in time for us to go ahead and get through this time. As you've seen, every single day pretty much over the last 2 weeks, we'll have a big thrust up in the morning, and that is just in time to be followed up by a big thrust to the downside in the afternoon, and vice versa. Maybe we'll get a big sell-off in the morning and a big thrust into the afternoon. It's been a very, very common pattern, common theme. As you see here, this is what I'm talking about, a nice little thrust up, pull back to somewhere in our midpoint, and then now you see it starting to push up. So That's the way we're going to be attacking these markets today and probably for a little while now, guys. Big key is to make sure you break price structure. What I mean by that, we talk about every day. On that particular example, we had something like this set up. We definitely broke price structure. Let's see it retest, just so we can push back up in the overall direction that we're looking for it to go as we bounce off support. So, all right, guys, let's move on to the crude. I see your questions coming through, and I will address them here in just a little bit. Awesome questions, but let me go ahead and get through this morning analysis so I can, get it posted on the blog. So, yeah, no problem, man. If you took it, right now, you're looking for targets right about now. Final target was at 79.50. Final target was 79.50, man. Good job. You at least got a free trade. Well, you got profits now. Good job, bud. All right, let's move on to crude. Yeah, absolutely. You can trail it up. Yep. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure. Watch him and help him out. Yeah, absolutely. You can trail that up. Especially you get a tick or two away from your target. You can lock in some of them profits, drag that trail stop right up there, and that way you're assured. I mean, if you miss it by a tick or two, whoop-de-doo. Your goal is to go ahead and ring the register and go ahead and take them profits that the market has given you that you've earned in that position. So, good job. All right, let's move on to crude. Move on to crude here, guys. Crude. Everybody knows we've been pushing down in crude. There's no sign here, or no secret here. It's going down, 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 down. But as you notice, the down moves are not quite as vicious and extended as they were at the past. So is this a sign of a rollover? Maybe. Is it right now? No. It's just still a down move. So I'll treat it as that, or maybe even a sideways move. That's just how I'll treat it. So let's go ahead and dig in here a little bit closer and see what we got going on here. Crude, we have a very nice retracement here that has held the 618. So we have targets down below, right? As this thing sold off, we did retest these lows. Remember us trading this yesterday afternoon? All our profits yesterday afternoon came right in this area right here. Trading, trying to get down towards them previous lows. Now we've got a bounce. What a coincidence. And now we're kind of in this little predicament that are we going to continue to push, break through them lows, and push on down to final targets down below? Or is this thing doing somewhat of a reversal and setting up something to the upside? Now, what I'm looking at right now is a fib from this low here to this high. You have the 50% retracement, which is at right now. And now, what's convenient is that target for that particular move happens to come in right in front of these previous highs, and the total target, the 618, comes in up here a little bit higher, right at them highs, exactly at them highs. So any type of pop we get this morning, I am going to look to trade that to the upside, and these two targets here are where I'm looking for profit taking. That's where I'm looking for my profit taking. If we can get a pop to the upside off this 50% level, this halfway back level. Now, if that fails, if this fails this morning and we start to push down, we simply are right back into our original short. We're still in it, but now we're just looking for a continuation to the downside, finally looking to break these lows potentially and keep on pushing down. Now you're going to have stuff like, you got wedges in here forming, some type of a bearish wedge. That's fine. If it wants to do this, it's fine. But it's still what we saw, a bearish wedge. So if this cannot hold this 50% zone and maybe get a pop up here and retest some of these previous highs, which I'm not going to get greedy and look for a break of that. I'm just looking for a retest. We'll do that. If not, it is definitely a bearish move. There's really no fighting this, guys. Don't try picking bottoms randomly. Just use the price structure. And know that right here is the 618 here at the 101.75s, 101.75s. Any break below that, I'm going to go ahead and start looking to see if we can continue on to that downside. Okay. Any break above that, we're going to look to continue on to that downside. First stop being the 101.50s, 101.40s, I'm sorry. Second stop being down here at the lows, down here towards the 101s, and then a final target much lower. So very interesting. Let's take what the market gives us. We have some really good ideas here. And once again, like we've been using on every day for the last couple weeks, we're really going to make sure we use them smaller time frames and make sure we break a price structure before we commit one way or another. So you're welcome, guys. But any questions here about the morning analysis and what exactly it is that we're looking for in these markets? What's the game plan? I went over it pretty thorough, but there's always going to be some loose ends out there. Any questions at all, guys, about this morning analysis? Yeah, good morning, Jay. Trading's been pretty good in here last couple of days. Not too bad at all. Little bit slow, but no, we've been able to manage about 3 or 4 trades a day, so not too bad. You guys got her all? All right, that's good, guys. All right. Yeah, good morning. Good morning, man.